Hi, Emily from Stay Healthy, Stay Happy, and today I'm going to show you exactly what I put into my overnight oats. A lot of you ask what my formula is, so today I was just going to show you in a video. So I have pretty much everything I would use in a morning overnight oats. I have my almond milk. You can use any kind of milk you'd like. Some people also like to use yogurt. I like a thinner overnight oats as opposed to a really thick and creamy one. So really it's all up to you there. I have some of my favorite superfoods. I have some hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, and then also some raw cacao nibs. Now I don't use all of them, but just to show you that there are a lot of different options. So the first thing you need to do is take your oats. I use the gluten-free oats from Trader Joe's. They're pretty much the cheapest ones you can get, and they're gluten-free. So I'll take usually about a half cup this serving, maybe a little bit less than that, depending on how much other stuff I'm putting in here. So starting with the oats. The next thing I like to do is choose what kind of superfood I'm going to put into the oats. I really like chia seeds. If you've ever made chia pudding, these oats, when you mix them with a milk, like an almond milk, have the consistency of a chia pudding. So I'll take just a tablespoon of those. And then if I don't have chia seeds on hand, I will usually use flaxseed meal instead, kind of thickens the oats as well. Then if you have any kind of seasoning you want to use, like a cinnamon or a nutmeg or something like that, you can add that now also. The next thing I usually throw in is the milk. So a whole cup of milk. And luckily these mason jars have little markers on them, so I'll just go a little bit over the one since there's some oats in here already. And then kind of the final, that's your base, that's it. Your final steps, I'll usually add a fruit or a berry. So today I have some fresh raspberries I need to use up. I will use a protein. So in this case, I have some sunflower seed butter. And then I always like a crunch, so if my nut butter isn't crunchy, I'll add the cacao nibs, just for a little extra texture. And if you don't have cacao nibs and you do have your hemp seeds, these are also a great little crunch to add. So next, just a few raspberries. Another go-to for me is a banana. I'll just slice up a banana and put it in there. For the nut butter, try not to overdo it in the morning because odds are you might want some more nut butter later in the day. So I'll usually stick to about a tablespoon, maybe less. Just adds a little bit of flavor to the oats and gets me that nut butter fix I'm always craving. And then finally, about a tablespoon of these cacao nibs as well. Usually I'm not measuring, but for video purposes today, I'll measure for you. And then that's it. What you do is you toss the cover on, shake it up, put it in the fridge, and you're good to go. So on a Sunday night, I'll make at least 3 of these and toss them in the fridge, and then I have them for breakfast, for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I'm all set. These thicken up quite nicely, and again, feel free to use yogurt. Just customize your overnight oats to really fit your taste buds and your texture preferences.